Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in here and chat about something that I have been reflecting on for the past few weeks. And it's about communion. So at our church, we have communion every Sunday. And before we take communion, it's always explained what it is, what it's not, who gets to partake and who does not, and why. And so I have my notes here, just if I'm looking away, just so you know, because I want to make sure that I stay on track here. So we had this guest speaker or preacher one Sunday, and he was, before we took communion, he shared some insights that he had gained from Dr. Ligon Duncan about the significance of communion. And so I'm going to put this in my own words, and I'm going to bring this from a little different angle, but it still falls in line with what he shared. So one of the things the main thing that he shared was the words take and eat. So the first time we read the words take and eat, it came from the serpent speaking to Eve in the Garden of Eden. And we see in Genesis, this is in Genesis 3, and we see that she took the fruit, she ate it, and she shared it with Adam. And now what happened here was that this was a deception. And this led to sin, death, and a separation between God and humanity. And now in communion, we hear these two words, take and eat. Only this time, they come from Jesus, the Son of God, our Messiah. It just, that to me right there, I had never thought of that. How these two words we see in Genesis with the fall, and we see with Jesus, who brought redemption. So I was thinking of, I always go back to scripture, like, what is this based on? These reflections that I'm having, what is this anchored in scripture? So I find that in Matthew 8:26, we read that Jesus, it says, again, I'm looking at my notes, sorry. Jesus took the bread and gave it to his disciples, and he told them, take and eat, this is my body. And then we read in Luke 22:19, it adds, this is my body, which is given to you. And this act of Jesus breaking the bread, I'm just picturing Jesus breaking the bread, and he's breaking the bread himself. And this, to me, this is just, these are just where my thoughts go based on scripture. It represents it because it represents his body, and he's the one breaking it. And he's the one saying to his disciples, he's the one stating, it's given to you. So he's taking the bread, breaking it, and telling them this was given to you. And he's telling them that this represents his body given to them. It makes me think of, I go back to John 10:17 through 18. In the text portion of this post, I will list other verses that are cross references. I'm sure you'll find many more. I'm just going to make a quick list of these verses that make a reference to this portion of scripture. But my point is that in John 10:17 through 18, here, and in the verses that I'm going to post for cross-referencing, through these verses we learn that Jesus chose to lay down his life. His body crucified on the cross was done under his authority. This voluntary act was fulfilling prophecy, and this voluntary act reconciled us back to the Father. So when we hear the words take and eat, they carry such a significant weight. I mean, they carry great significance because of who is saying these words on this side of the cross. That is what is amazing to me. Can you imagine God in the garden? Like, he's witnessing this tragedy unfold, right? He knows before he even questions Adam, where are you? Before that even happens, he knows this is already happening, that they're going to disobey, that they're going to be deceived by Satan just inviting them, take and eat. They're gonna fall into this deception and this sin, and this separation is going to happen. And yet God already knew that he had a redemption plan in place. And for us to hear from Jesus, to see that at the Last Supper, before he was crucified, that he tells his disciples, take and eat. I mean, the how God, through his son, reconciled those words. How these words, take and eat, were used by Satan to deceive. And then God said, I'm going to use these same words as a reconciliation, reconciling my people back to me. That, I don't know about you, but these are just the things that keep me in awe of God. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind how the same words that Satan used to deceive the world, Jesus uses to reconcile and redeem the world. I don't know. Just something to think about next time you take communion. I know this is something that I've been thinking about. That's all.